The night stretched before me like an endless abyss as I navigated the desolate highway. The only companions were the rhythmic hum of the engine and the eerie glow of my car's headlights cutting through the darkness. I was alone, surrounded by towering trees that seemed to lean in, whispering ominous secrets to one another. The drive began as an ordinary journey, a monotonous trek through the night to reach my destination. However, as the miles passed, the surroundings transformed into a haunting dreamscape. The moon cast long shadows on the road, each one morphing into sinister shapes that danced along with the twists and turns of the asphalt. My GPS signal flickered and died, leaving me in an unsettling silence broken only by the occasional creaking of branches and the distant hooting of an owl. A chill settled over me, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something unseen was watching from the shadows. The road stretched on, seemingly endless, surrounded by an impenetrable forest. The trees closed in, forming a canopy that blotted out the feeble light of the moon and stars. The darkness became suffocating, and a sense of dread clung to the air like a thick fog. As I rounded a bend, the headlights caught a glimpse of a dilapidated sign, barely visible through the dense foliage. It read, Ravenswood, 10 miles. The name sent a shiver down my spine, a name that seemed to carry a weight of foreboding. Despite the unease settling in my gut, I pressed on. The road twisted and turned, leading me deeper into the heart of Ravenswood. The trees seemed to whisper in a language unknown, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers, eager to ensnare any unsuspecting traveler. The headlights flickered for a moment, plunging me into an abyss of darkness. Panic gripped me as I fumbled for the controls, praying for the lights to come back. When they did, the road ahead seemed to have transformed. The trees leaned menacingly, their shadows dancing in macabre patterns that sent a chill down my spine. The road narrowed and a sense of claustrophobia set in. The gnarled branches scraped against the sides of my car, creating an unsettling symphony of eerie whispers. I could feel the weight of unseen eyes upon me, their gaze penetrating the metal and glass of my protective shell. In the oppressive silence, a distant sound emerged, a haunting melody carried by the wind. It was a child's lullaby, the soft notes weaving through the air like a spectral siren song. A chill ran down my spine as I strained to listen, unable to shake the feeling that the melody was a lure, a trap set by unseen forces. The road took an unexpected turn, leading me to the edge of a dilapidated town. The buildings stood like silent sentinels, their broken windows staring out like vacant eyes. The air in Ravenswood was heavy with a palpable sorrow, and an unsettling stillness clung to the deserted streets. Despite the urge to turn back, a magnetic force seemed to pull me deeper into the ghostly town. The narrow streets twisted and turned, revealing glimpses of abandoned homes and decaying storefronts. The wind whispered through the desolation, carrying echoes of a forgotten past. I caught sight of a figure in the distance, a silhouette standing beneath a flickering streetlight. The shape was hunched, its movements slow and deliberate. My heart quickened as I approached, and a sense of dread settled over me like a heavy shroud. The figure turned, revealing a face obscured by shadows. A raspy voice cut through the silence, sending a shiver down my spine. "Leave this place," it whispered, the words carrying a weight of centuries. "Turn back before it claims you too." I hesitated, my eyes locked with the enigmatic figure. The wind whispered tales of tragedy and despair, of a town cursed by something far beyond human comprehension. But the allure of the unknown, the need to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden, urged me forward. As I ventured deeper into Ravenswood, the air became thick with a suffocating sorrow. The wind carried echoes of anguished wails, and the shadows seemed to come alive with the tortured souls of the town's forgotten inhabitants. I felt a presence lingering just beyond the edge of my perception, a spectral force that watched my every move. A sudden fog enveloped the streets, reducing visibility to mere feet. The car's headlights pierced the mist, casting eerie beams that danced with phantom shapes. The child's lullaby echoed once again, this time closer, as if the very air itself whispered the haunting melody. I strained to see through the fog, my heart pounding in my chest. Figures emerged from the haze, their forms indistinct and ethereal. The ghostly apparitions moved with a mournful grace, their eyes empty voids that seemed to see into the depths of my soul. In the midst of the spectral congregation, a figure materialized. A child, her eyes hollow and vacant. The lullaby emanated from her, a haunting melody that tugged at the strings of my sanity. "Leave," she whispered, her voice a sorrowful plea, "before it claims you, like it claimed us." The fog thickened, swallowing the apparitions and the haunted town alike. Panic surged within me as I fumbled to find my way back to the road. The child's voice lingered in the air, a final warning before she too faded into the mist. As the fog lifted, I found myself back on the desolate highway, Ravenswood nothing more than a haunting memory. The night stretched before me, the road illuminated by the feeble glow of my headlights. The moon hung in the sky, casting long shadows that danced with the whispering trees. The events in Ravenswood left an indelible mark on my soul, a lingering sense of unease that would stay with me forever. The night, once an ordinary backdrop for a solitary journey, had become a realm where the boundaries between reality and the supernatural blurred into an unsettling tapestry of horror. The road stretched on, winding through the darkness, a silent witness to the unseen terrors that lurked in the shadows of the night.